Kal Halalyam La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Waharacha Kudash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of GMS Ruel, who I learned this truth from, and salutations and blessings to you elect, starting with the 144,000. So this is an image showing the new US dime design has removed the olive branches from the eagle. Okay, and this is another token. All right, coincidentally on a token, on a coin. Right, you have the eagle, which is America, Babylon the Great, aka Rome, aka Assyria, aka etc. The eagle, right, going back to Rome, the ancient Roman Empire. This is the rebirth of the Roman Empire. Okay, you have the eagle, which is the highest flying, exalted prideful bird. You know, in the book of Second Ezra's 11, it mentions about the feathers going into the different Caesars back then, which are back here today, the 12 Caesars, you know, the 12 Edomite Caesars. But the point is, they have an arrow here, right? They have an arrow in one claw, and they used to have olive branches in another. Now, what do these olive branches represent? It says olive branches are a long-standing symbol of peace, reconciliation, and goodwill, originating from ancient Mediterranean traditions, representing the end of a conflict and a move toward harmony. This symbol is rooted in Greek mythology and the biblical story of Noah's Ark, and is widely used in modern diplomacy to represent peace. So they removed it. So what is that showing you? What spirit are they in? Or what time are we in? You know, we're in a serious time of war. We're in a time of calamity, perilous times. And this is showing you the spirit of Babylon the Great, starting from Apostle Tahar, mentioning that the troops, it doesn't look like they're going to come back. And I agree. This looks like the time. Everything is speeding up. Everything is accelerating towards the final prophecy, okay, of the MOTB and the Third World War. And this is just yet another token, a sign that, hey, we're not backing off. You know, we got the arrows. Fuck the peace. Fuck the harmony. You know, this is from USA Today. A symbol of peace was cut from US dimes. Is it a message from Trump? Now, that coins featuring new temporary designs to commemorate the United States' 250th birthday, which mostly all empires, they ruled for around 200 to 250 years. That was their span. another sign, right, of the times that we're in. Okay. The dime, called the Emerging Liberty Dime, will temporarily replace the coin featuring former President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Absent from the back of the coin is the olive branch representing peace, which did not go unnoticed by many social media users. Okay, the designs on these historic coins depict the story of America's journey toward a more perfect union and celebrate America's defining ideals of liberty. Let's see. I think that was it. That was the point. I mean, that's the point. I just want to see if they say anything. They don't really say anything else. Okay, but again, these are small little things that are adding up to the big picture. Okay, there's a reason why they did it. Right, there's a reason. So this is Obadiah verse 7 NLT. All your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you and you won't even know about it, right? The EU, the 10 horns, okay, your trusted NATO, okay, the European Commonwealth nations, they're your allies. They're plotting against you. They don't like you, okay? They don't like America. Okay, the whole world is not liking America, you know? And America's only stance is this aggressive standpoint that we're the best, we're the top, you know, we're gonna beat everybody, America first, you know? But clearly, you're just expanded, you're stretched too thin. just like the Roman Empire. Okay, and guess what? All these nations, including America, they're getting ready for war. Slovakia. Joel 3:9, say to the nations far and wide, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. All these nations are stirring up, man. Iran, the Armenians, um, North Korea, China, Russia. Okay, America's another nation, right? Far and wide. So everyone's getting ready for war, right? Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, which are agricultural tools. Now they're switching over to a militaristic mindset, right? Before it was cultivating, building, living in peace. Now it's no. We're gonna scrap that. We're gonna have a big military budget. We're gonna get all kinds of toys, military toys, and we're gonna get this thing rolling. That's the spirit that all nations are getting into, man. Because remember, the angels are working on the minds of the kings to gather them, right? To gather them. Let's get that after. Okay, it says, train even your weaklings to be warriors. Come quickly, all you nations everywhere, which is America's a part of that. And America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. Okay, the proud, the arrogant, the stout look, man. Okay, come quickly, all you nations everywhere, gather together in the valley. And now, O Lord Yahweh, call out your warriors. Let the nations be armed. So, like, let the nations be called to arms. Let them march to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which is Shaphat means judgment, Yahweh's judgment. There, I, the Lord Yahweh, will sit to pronounce judgment on them all. Okay, let me get that scripture I mentioned. Gather them. Revelations. Yeah, Revelation 16 and 14. For they are the spirit. I'll get it. I'll get 13. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Okay, that dragon going into Satan twofold, but really America, the so-called rebirth of the Roman Empire, the last leg of the Roman Empire. Okay, the beast we know is NATO, EU, the European Commonwealth nations, NATO being the military, right? And the false prophet is, the Roman Empire, or it's like the Roman Catholic Church. Okay, from which the Roman Catholic Church, you have all these bugged out Jehovah's Witness, Protestants, Seventh-day Adventists, etc. All right, verse 14, for they are the spirits of devils, working miracles which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of power almighty. Okay, NOT says they are demonic spirits who work miracles and go out to all the rulers of the world to gather them for battle against the Lord on that great judgment day of power the almighty. So even these nations, they're really fighting amongst themselves, bickering, and they're going to fight each other, but really they're gathering. They think they're going to just fight each other. They're being gathered into that place, right? So-called Saudi Arabia, the Middle East. They're being gathered there for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They're going to all be there in that one place fighting each other, but really the purpose is when Yahweh Shai comes back, they're going to fight against him. The delusion and delirium that you people are in. Okay, you're actually gathered there not for your own bickering. Okay, yeah, you're going to be judged, but you're primarily there. All these nations, Koreans, Russians, Iranians, Americans, all nations, Ethiopia, all nations. They're going to be there to fight against Yahweh Shai when he comes back with his angels, his mighty force, the Avengers. Okay, you're going to marvel at that. That's going to be a real Marvel movie. Okay, and let me finish off on this. All right, because we've seen the coin, it featured the eagle. Second Ezra 11 and 40. And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. So this is not going into the Roman Empire, because they didn't have the whole compass of the earth, even though they were the fourth beast. Going back to the book of Daniel 7, right? The lion, the bear, the leopard, and then the dragon. Okay, which we're in the dragon right now. Okay, this is the reincarnated dragon, so to speak, the rebirth. Okay, the rebirth Roman Empire with much wicked oppression, man. America's oppressed the earth with much wicked oppression. All kinds of laws, red tape, bureaucracy, leaving nations in debt, which they can't climb out of. And now you got your way with their nations passing laws and doing all kinds of fuckery in their lands. Okay, actually using the sword, the force of the sword to destroy people, bugging people out with their philosophies. Much wicked oppression, man. Western living, and so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit, okay, which is lies. Revelation 20, he goeth forth to deceive all the nations, right, when his deadly wound was healed. Okay, for the earth hast thou not judged with truth, for thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable, thou hast loved liars, and destroyest the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest, and thy pride unto the mighty, the eagle, right? The eagle, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, The highest also hath looked upon the proud times, and indeed these are proud times. These are lofty people, proud, arrogant, boastful, right? And behold, they are ended, and his abominations are fulfilled. Okay? And therefore appear no more, thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body, that all the earth may be refreshed. So this place is bugged out, defiled, gone. We need a refreshment. We need a reordering. We need a reboot. Okay, we need a factory reset of the earth. Right? And may return, being delivered from thy violence, and that she may hope for the judgment and mercy of him that made her. See? So we're in those times, man. The proud times are done. You're done. Eagle, America, you're finished. Okay? And this is a beautiful token, a beautiful sign. Okay, that we're not going back. Okay, there's no more time of peace and tranquility in America the Great and capitalism and democracy. No, we're done. This place is done. Shalom.